Hey everyone, welcome back to Addie P's Real Estate Tea. So good to be back, so good that you all could join me today. I have been on a little bit of a hiatus, as you can tell. Videos haven't been uploaded as they said they would, but don't shoot your girl here. Doing my very best. But I'm here with the Real Estate Tea for February 2025. Now, so far in 2025, we are seeing what I consider more of a balancing of the market. We are seeing some more inventory hitting the market. Not nearly enough to meet buyer demand still. Even nationally, although I always say 3.5%, 4% of inventory, or 3.5, not percent, excuse me, 3.5 to 4 months of inventory in order to kind of fulfill any buyer need and to keep our balance harmonious between buyer seller activity. It's still not enough. We have that much pent-up buyer demand that we are just, again, we need more. And locally here in the Lehigh Valley, which we'll get to those numbers, we are definitely not meeting that demand at this point. So on a national forefront, median home sales prices went up by 4.8%. That's one thing that I think we are going to continue to see in 2025 is increased home sales prices and listing prices and so forth. I don't think home sale prices are going to go down. There may be some situations sometimes where that may kind of fluctuate a little bit, but in certain marketplaces, because like I always say, housing is local, so what may be going on here may not be going on in New York, it may not be going on in New Jersey, but however, I think that rising home prices are here to stay for a bit, at least for the rest of 2025. That's my thoughts. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. Just a gal who loves real estate, that's all. But that number on a national level went up by 4.8% to 396.9. Months worth of inventory, like I said, on a national level, stood at 3.5 months. Okay, but not enough to meet buyer demand. Now, with tight inventory, rising housing costs, and higher mortgage interest rates, it's more expensive to borrow money. That's really kind of hurt a lot of folks who did want to venture out into home ownership. However, it's not stopping them. We are still seeing that increase in activity. So now on a local forefront, our inventory is down. In fact, it is down by 10% year over year. Our month's inventory shrank by 16.7%, down to 1 month of inventory. Definitely not enough to meet buyer demand. Now, I do anticipate that we are going to see a slight change in that, a slight uptick. Spring is here. Our traditional spring market usually does bring some more inventory. Folks still do prefer to list more in the spring months and so forth. So I think that we will see a little bit more, but it's just not enough. And I think that that's going to continue to be an ongoing issue, whether it be 2025, even into 2026, honestly. Inventory really has been an issue with this real estate market that we've had the past few years. Now, like I said, spring is here. NAR and some other industry experts have this week in April pegged between the 13th and the 19th of April, that those are key times to list your property. I say list it whenever because, like I said, the buyer demand is there, and there's nothing stopping you, especially with the way that the prices are. Sellers are on the winning side of things still, and at least here locally, it is still very much a seller's market. In fact, sellers, their price increased by 9.7% to $350,000, the median sales price. So I would say if you're in the market to list your home for sale, to do it. I know agents always say, oh, list your house, but definitely, you know, there's never been a better time for sellers than these past few years with getting what they want. Sellers here in the Lehigh Valley are still getting over 100% of what they're asking prices for, which means that they're getting over that amount, all right? So it's a win-win, it's a no-brainer. You guys can do this. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna shoot another video here. I'm trying to stay on task, so join me next week for another video. Until then, you all have a blessed one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.